Hi, this is Richard Fields with this week's report from the fields. I'm reporting from the Silk Road, the overland trade route that connected China with Central Asia and Europe from the 3rd century BC until the 15th century AD. Central Asia is currently the Stans, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan, now independent nations, but until recently under the control of the USSR. That's where I am. Over the course of history, the Silk Road has been controlled by numerous emperors and potentates: the Achaemenid Empire, Alexander the Great, the Greco-Bactrian Kingdom, the Han Dynasty, Parthia, the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and Genghis Khan, and the Mongolian Empire, among others. All of these rulers share a few common denominators. All taxed the traders who followed the route, typically 10% on sales or 5% for passage. And all were autocrats who gained and maintained control of cities and oases on the trade routes through armed conflict. As a result, the people of the former Soviet republics in Central Asia are much more nostalgic and accepting of Russian and Chinese autocratic influence than their counterparts in the former Soviet republics in the Baltic states, which I visited last year. In Vilnius, Lithuania, the prison, torture, execution chamber, and holding area for prisoners being sent to Siberia, located in the basement of former KGB headquarters, has been turned into a museum to display the inhumanity of the Russian occupation. In the stands, similar KGB prison cells have been turned into office space. Freedom of speech prevails in the Baltics. The Baltics had a tradition of liberty and democracy prior to Russian occupation. Central Asia did not. In the stands, censorship is openly acknowledged and tolerated. Given the omnipresence of Russia nearby and the re-establishment of the New Silk Road with Chinese lending and construction companies, it's easy to imagine a trade route including all of Asia, Europe, and Africa, which excludes the United States. Tariff cheerleaders should be careful about what they wish for. I'm Richard Fields, and that's this week's report from the fields. See you again next week.